Small SUVs and crossovers are the trend right now, but there are some people out there who still want something familiar. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is something familiar. It's a compact SUV, also known as the Toyota RAV4. And today we have a full review of it in its top-of-the-line LTD trim. Let's check it out! Let's begin with the exterior. The Toyota RAV4 has grown up a lot ever since it came out way back before. Before it was kind of for rugged purposes, but now it is more elegant. This is where the elegantness, if that is a word, starts. Up here in the front, the color. This is the urban khaki color, and it really appeals not just to me and theory, but to a lot of people. It makes the actual RAV4 look even more elegant. Actually, the urban khaki color is only exclusive to the top spec LTD variant. Here up front, you'll find projector LED headlamps with an automatic high beam feature. This car has Toyota safety sense, but more on that later. LED daytime running lamps and LED fog lamps come standard in the RAV4. When you move on to the side, you'll find power adjustable and power folding side mirrors. You get 225/60 R18 tires, and these wheels are 18 inches. This, in our opinion, yeah, the wheels kind of look like, it looks like a flower, I mean, right? Toyota should have just put the Xenix mags on this car because in the US, their RAV4's wheels look similar to the Xenix mags. The RAV4 also comes with roof rails, but only exclusive to the LTD variant. Anyways, now onto the rear. Here at the back, you'll find LED tail lamps. Now, one very useful feature here is at the back. It is the power liftgate, but not just any power liftgate. It has a kick sensor. So basically, just put your feet here and voila! Actually, this kick sensor is useful when carrying a lot of stuff. For the cargo area, you have a tonneau cover. Powering this RAV4 is a 2.5-liter gasoline 16-valve double overhead cam inline 4-cylinder VVT-i-E that makes about 176 horsepower at 5,700 RPM and 221 Newton meters of torque at 3,600 to 5,200 RPM. But combined the gasoline engine and the electric motor, you get about 217 plus horsepower, and it's really fast. As for the suspension, you get a McPherson strut up front and double wishbones for the rear, and stopping power comes from disc brakes. The front brakes are ventilated while the rear are solid discs. This is the interior of the top-of-the-line Toyota RAV4 LTD hybrid. So you have a leather-wrapped steering wheel with controls for your Toyota safety sense and for your infotainment system and for your instrument gauge cluster. So the seats are leather-wrapped. The driver's seat is power adjustable while the passenger seat is manually adjustable. You also have memory seats. So the instrument gauge cluster has a 7-inch TFT display and an economy meter. So basically, most of the cars that are not hybrid, it shows your RPM, but for this one, it shows charging, eco, and power. For your climate control, it is dual zone automatic. You have a CVT transmission, 2 cup holders, a leather-wrapped armrest with a storage thingy here. You have an electronic parking brake with auto hold, a wireless phone charger, a 12-volt outlet, a USB port, seat ventilation and seat heating, traction control, and for the 8-inch infotainment system, it has wireless Apple CarPlay and wired Android Auto. And you see, this is the engine, and if the engine is orange, it means that it's running on the engine, but if it's white, then it means it's running on the battery, which is under the rear seats. For the drive modes, you get Eco, Normal, and Sport. And speaking of sport, the ride comfort of the RAV4 is impressive! As in, it's so comfy. Even driving through potholes, it feels like nothing! Yeah, I'm not joking, actually. The ride is really impressive. Let's talk a bit about the hybrid system. So as you see here on the screen, it shows you when you're using the battery or the engines. If you step on the brakes, it charges the batteries. If you're using more power or the battery hasn't been charged much, it will switch to the engine and rely more, on like the 176 horsepower and not on the hybrid. So if you're in sport mode, of course it will transition to the engine because the engine has more power. Speaking of the engine, it's so quiet, you don't hear anything, even when starting up this car. Fuel efficiency. One of the main reasons why getting a hybrid is worth it. In combined city and highway fuel efficiency, it does about 18 to 20 kilometers per liter. And this particular unit that we were able to test already ran like 300 kilometers. And it didn't even go like 1/4 of the fuel tank. That's really impressive. So this is the second row of the RAV4. So this is soft touch or leather. This is also leather with a bit of padding. This is hard plastic, but this thing is a handle so you can close the door. Of course, it has power windows. It has JBL speakers which sound really good. You have some cup holders here. You have a seat back pocket here in the passenger side, but for the driver's side there is no. You have 2 aircon vents, 2 USB ports. And you also get a center armrest with 2 cup holders. I think they're LED. And there's also a sunroof. Let's move on to safety bits. Standard safety equipment includes 7 SRS airbags, ABS with brake assist, vehicle stability control with trailer sway control, hill start assist control, 5 3-point seatbelts, ISOFIX tethers, immobilizer, a back guide monitor, and parking sensors for both the front and rear, but they're kind of sensitive to be honest. Both variants have some safety sense goodies such as a pre-collision system, automatic high beam, lane tracing assist, lane departure alert, dynamic radar cruise control, and yeah, exclusive to the LTD variant are features like blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert. To be honest, these features are expected to be at this price point, and yeah, let's move on to our avocado rating. Now it's time for our avocado rating. For exterior, it's 4.5 avocados. Interior, 4.5 avocados. Tech and safety, 5 avocados. NVH is 5 avocados. Ride comfort, 5 avocados. Power, definitely 5 avocados. Fuel economy, 5 avocados. And noise insulation, 5 avocados. Now the score is a total of 39 out of 40. And that's actually really good. It's our highest rating ever made on gtcars. Let's talk about the price. The top spec Toyota RAV4 LTD HEV CVT is priced at 2,632,000 Philippine pesos. Very, and I mean very pricey for a crossover. But again, I have to reiterate that the fuel economy is crazy and the tech is just wow. After reviewing the RAV4, we just had a totally new perspective of this car. At first, we thought it's one of those overpriced SUVs in the market, but no, it's actually worth it because you're paying for the Toyota brand itself. Plus, it's loaded with a lot of tech features that keeps it competitive. The fuel economy itself is already worth paying the price for me. Also, in the Philippines, you get the perk of having no color coding for hybrid and electric vehicles until 2030. So what's your opinion on the RAV4? Let us know in the comments down below. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. If this video was helpful, make sure to click the like button, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, and share this video to other people. See you in our next video.